Want to sell homemade food in Vermont? I'll cover exactly what you need to know, from food safety training to what you can legally sell to labeling. Let's start with one of the most common questions. Do you need food safety training to sell homemade food in Vermont? The state requires training if you're claiming a cottage food or license exemption, but it's important to understand what that requirement actually looks like. The training Vermont requires is an informational online module from the Department of Health. It's essentially a slide-based presentation explaining the manufactured food emergency rule and basic food safety expectations. There's no quiz, no exam, and no assessment of whether you actually understand food safety principles. Once you reach the final slide, the training simply says your training is complete. So while Vermont does require you to complete this training annually, it does not verify food safety knowledge or competency. That's why many cottage food operators choose to go beyond the minimum. Food safety issues don't happen because someone hasn't seen a rule before. They happen when someone misunderstands risk, misses cross-contamination, mishandles allergens, or doesn't recognize food safety hazards. If you want training that actually tests your understanding, look for a course accredited by the ANSI National Accreditation Board, or ANAB. ANAB accredited courses require you to pass an exam to demonstrate that you understand key food safety concepts. Food Safe Palace Food Handler course is ANAB accredited, is fully online, and takes about 90 minutes to complete. After you pass the exam, you get instant digital access to your official food handler's card and certificate, with the option to order a printed copy. Your card is valid for 3 years, and you renew it by retaking the course again when it expires. Now let's talk about what you can and can't sell in Vermont. Vermont allows cottage food operators to sell shelf-stable, non-potentially hazardous foods that do not require refrigeration or time and temperature controls for safety. Common examples include baked goods like breads, cookies, muffins, and cakes that don't need to be kept cold, candies, jams and jellies, dry herbs, granola, trail mix, cereal, popcorn, coffee beans, dry tea, flavor vinegar, and mixed nuts. Vermont also allows certain home canned pickles, fruits, or vegetables, but only if they meet strict safety criteria, like having a safe pH or water activity, and are made using approved recipes or reviewed by a food processing authority. Foods that require refrigeration or temperature control for safety are not allowed. That includes things like meat, poultry, fish, dairy products, cooked foods like rice or beans, baked goods that must stay cold, and pressure canned low-acid foods. You can sell your products directly to the end customer. You cannot sell to restaurants, grocery stores, or other licensed food establishments. If you prepare meals or ready-to-eat foods in your home kitchen, or food meant to be cooked later at an event, you'll need a home caterer license instead. Every packaged food product must be labeled before sale. Your label must include your name and physical address, the product name, a full ingredient list and descending order by weight, allergen information, the net weight or volume, and this exact statement in at least 10-point type. If you make any nutrition or health claims, like saying a product is low sugar or high fiber, federal law requires you to include a full nutrition facts panel as well. Alright, let's recap. If you want to sell homemade food in Vermont, here's what you need to know. Vermont does require food safety training, but the required training is informational only and does not test your knowledge. That's why many cottage food operators choose to earn an ANAB accredited food handler card from Food Safe Pal to demonstrate real understanding, build trust with customers, and protect their business. Vermont allows you to make and sell certain shelf-stable foods, but not anything that requires refrigeration or other temperature controls to stay safe. And every product you make must have a label with the required information. Ready to sell your homemade goods with confidence? Visit foodsafepal.com to get your official Vermont Food Handlers card online in just 90 minutes.